recruiting the realm. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would speak first of the grand plan. Since the advent of the Seventh Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land, and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. The longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what we consider okay. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation in accordance to the Scions. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such force will lend to momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I ask that you accompany me on the journey and tend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members, while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Oh my god. I might have taken on more than I wanted to. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Alright, so I'm going to Limsa Lominsa first. Yeah, I'm hoping these last couple of quests aren't super long, because I am trying to end my stream soonish. Because I know I'm already near the end of the patch. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for the end of the patch. Ah, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Bloefiswin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissionally boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you need to range into the countryside, the upper decks alone populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Did I even say that right? And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Okay. Once you're satisfied with the recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter, and that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. I hate this. This quest sucks. Alright, let's just go to the Aft Castle. I have a feeling most of the people are gonna be there. And there's... Alright, so we'll talk to these two, and then we'll teleport to the Marauders Guild. This calls for... Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, who in the bloody hell do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a parrot, not some sodden knight in shiny plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Caravalane's door. Caravalane? I'm not sure if I said that right. Caravalane. This doesn't feel any faster. The Guildmaster? Why are we talking to the Guildmaster? A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company. Well, I do admire the scope of your ambition. My responsibilities here at Neldic and Vimelis keep me close to the forge. Neldic. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Yeah, I don't know why we even considered asking the freaking leader of the freaking Armorers Guild. You know, I realized I could probably be a dancer right now. Where was the thing? Where's their action where they just, like, jump ahead? It's that. I did the wrong command. Well, if it ain't Firemac, I'd not forget the venture brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcuts into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Ryle, don't ye? Formerly of the Company of Heroes. 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. Aye, it ain't often I drag me arse out of Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Sounds like a right lark it does. Alrighty, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb to me grave just yet. But we got one. Oh my god. Marauders Guild, let's go. Rain shining. Well, maybe. I don't think so. Master Appleton's new organization? Yes, I had heard the information of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't think this guy's coming. Well, actually, maybe. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Airship Landing, let's go. There's Alpha now. I was like, what the heck? Firemac, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Luminsa. A member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing! I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. A few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nefika's altar. What is this? Oh, Piercer's hard. Wait, really? That's... what? Why would it be there? The hard version. Oh. 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 Shush. Man, I definitely wanted to end this stream earlier. But I made my goal for tonight. I'm gonna meet it. Gosh darn it. And oh my god, I'm wasting time now. My audience with the Elder Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Oh, boy. Oh, I think this guy joins. Oh god, can it truly be you? What fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Laurentius. Eh? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. Yes, now I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if Gaul had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? What is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Wood Whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Reverend soul, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this. I promise you, I'm a changed man. Cool, so I did call that one. Alright, so... There. Banner from Lancer's Guild. Perfect. Oh, this guy's not joining. He's, like, supposed to stay here. 'Tis often the guild offer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such a time as your organization is more organized. Damn. Calling us weak, man. This guy's not joining. I know that for a fact. He's freaking got like a butler suit going on. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Yeah. Whoever this last person is, I don't think they're joining either. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild to rest ere your tormented back gives on you for good. Yeah, you're not joining. You caring about your grandfather. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Firemac, isn't it? It has been some time since our past cross outside of Copperbell Mines. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Wow, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then. But look how far you've come. Mother Mione tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of the new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it! This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildarue safely home. Oh my god. I don't think I ever said that name right. My back is perfectly fine, I tell you. You'll have to tie me to my bed if you think to prevent me from... Ah! Ow! Oh, perhaps I will rest for just a short while. I'm not sure which is quicker right now. Wasn't that fun? Okay. Gridania, Aetherite. Plaza, no, we're going to the Airship Landing. What news, Firemac? For my part, the Elder Seer was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack variety, that much is certain. An adventurous harvest indeed. Shall we strike to Oldal whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Yes, my goodness. Oh, I wanted this stream to end like 45 minutes ago. I was like, yeah. Surely this will be quick. Oldal, the Gilded City, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that is this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the tower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Firemac. Ugh, right here. Why couldn't it be... I don't know. There's somewhere here that didn't coerce me to do so much. You want me to go where? Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Let's start with the Gladiators Guild. Oh, Wilred. Pretty sure he joins. Wait. You're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, the disaster really got me thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I had been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. I'm in A new company hero? Yeah, a new company of champions? And you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I know is out there. You see, I told you Wilbur's going to join us. Alright, so now we want to go to the Miners Guild. Oh, it's Orkin. You're from the church. Oh, what happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orkin of the Church St. Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on Drybone's less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion, Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis a new companion you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church and with the children. At the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Alright. Where are we going? The Weavers Guild? Who the heck's gonna join us from the Weavers Guild? Oh, you are not joining us. No way. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. You called it. And this one we want to actually use the teleporter. Landebert. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. It seems the would-be savior of Old Duz refugees went and got himself killed, and not by your hand. He was just as much a pawn as the hapless cast-off he sought to deceive. Eh? That's not why you're here? Aye, you'd be surprised what rumors drift down to the Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the streets say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Wait, he's not. He's a merchant, man. He's not coming with us. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Alright, since this is the last one, I might return to my paladin. How fared you, Firemac? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamigan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Firemac. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana has also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the document signed, and the finances secured. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You were concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely on outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. As for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn the people's trust once. We will earn the people's trust one success at a time. There we go. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. God, that quest was exhausting. What's happening? Getting a cutscene? Oh, it's an animal scene.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Aww.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Yeah, see, man, this is why Old Up best city. Old Up best city. Best starting city, I should say. Right, Rising Stones. Man, that was only like 1, 2 quests. We should be pretty close to done. I just want to get to the end of this patch, man. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Firemac. I am certain the Antecedent will be relieved to see you free of your other duties. Heretical harassment. When it appears that Eager welcome me back to Revenant's Toll, Greetings, Firemac often tells me all is in place to begin this trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stone. Tataru is cooperating with Alphano to see all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left on their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Alright, let's go, come on, let's go. What can I do for you, Firemac? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. Well, I appreciate your offer of aid. 'Tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the Antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaffborn the shipment! We couldn't! God's woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe that they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Please, pray forgive us. There is not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is the like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Forton. We collected provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Firemac, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Forton? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but would have you travel there and offer you considerable talents. Crap, why do we have to go there? Yes, I realize that I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk with half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Harshafont will be glad of your assistance. We get to visit our boy Harshafont. Man, there's still another quest after this. Actually, that's probably what this is about. Well, if it isn't my fine friend, Firemac Summers, would you care for a plate of roast caracol? Some mulled wine? No, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the time of your arrival is no coincidence. When cold sets in, Lord Harshman something waits something, blah blah blah, in Camp Dragonhead.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts.
See, it's House Fortom.
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve.
So Iceheart has shown up.
The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you.
Halone?
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons? It might be otherwise.
Dang it, so I've been saying that wrong. So it's Halone.
But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Alright, so yeah, I wasn't expecting a freaking voice cutscene there. But, yeah, I think that's the first time we actually even hear Ashrafant's voice. We have to talk to freaking Drollamont. Yeah, I'm going in from the top this time. Firemac, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil will proceed apace, while we shall rebuild sure and strong that the Dravanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that the matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what matter influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims? As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties. The merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. And so where am I going? It's in here? That would be a no. Where the heck are you? Tell you what happened. Why, yes, of course, I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whiteburn Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. Next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze, and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I instantly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all. I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Wait, Snowcloak as in, like... Yeah, right there. Search the wilds and defeat any heretics you encounter. Oh, man. Come on. House Surrender Night. Okay, cool. God, draw your weapon, foul! Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. There she is. Was that all we're gonna get? We got a voice cutscene and that's all we got. You glimpse a woman atop the cliff? Could it be Iceheart herself come to sense sneer at your folly? Into where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigations. It would be best we were to return to Whiteburn Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamont. Man, honestly, I can't tell. Would it be faster to teleport? No, it wouldn't be. This stream has gone way longer than I wanted it to. Why did I put myself through this? Firemac, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spare no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, but I must ask you to put aside your admission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Harshavon of your discoveries. He will wish to planned contingencies of his own. As for Eitzhart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them for justice for long. Are you serious? It's not over? I think it's over. I think we talked to Harshman and it's gonna send us back to Slafborn.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Eitzhart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak. Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Eitzhart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Eitzhart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Like, they really went out of their way to give Harshamfont voice scenes there. Which is fine. I'm going the wrong way. Slafborn's over here. Firemac, 'tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Kurthus? House for Thomas to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Harshamfont for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. There we go, brave new companions. Slafborn has news of the progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you were away in Kurthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? What's wrong, Tataru? Why are you standing? Can you not sit? Seriously, can I not sit? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Firemac, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. 8? 8? Oh, God. Why is there so many? Why is there so many? Yu Hase. Those who believe the company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an advancement in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once the organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. He only cares for profit from the looks of it. There's Eliane. Isildur Ure has alas retired from the adventurer's life, though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit. I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah, yes, the uniform, thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Alright, Rael. Hello there, lad. Looking for me? Was he? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not as sure I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh ho! Proper uniforms and all. Things will cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry though. I'm sure she'll be fine. She'll be fine after making a few adjustments. I don't know who the heck you are. The Scarlet Guard makes me a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limsa Lominsa, yet in truth I stand in the betterment of the realm, though this company is a fine opportunity to contribute to a grander scale. Oh ho, that's a striking shade of blue. Put it alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Contribute to on a grander scale, yeah, I said that right. There's Ilberd. Oh, Ilberd. I don't believe we met. I am Ilder. I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to calamity. I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. There's Wilred. Little Almila could learn much from Revenant's told, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous? Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. Effie. I don't know, you Firemac Summers. Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about the town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Oh god. Oh, it's taking so long. Laurentius. I thought it is best to make my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Ah, our new uniforms. I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Okay, I think we're finally reaching the end. This should launch a string of cutscenes. Ah, yes, Firemac. I thought you mentioned you were handling out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answers to call arms are put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there's much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Firemac. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. Oh.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Crystal Braves.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus, does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Leveilleur. I don't even have to pronounce the L's.
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Okay. Okay, we're finally...
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Such devastation!
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Brave new companions! This should be a cutscene, usually, because there's usually an extra cutscene at the end of the patch. Yep, there it is. Here it is. Here it is. Your after credits cutscene, if you will. There's no credits. It's not voiced, really? Very good. Still, see that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. Seriously, why is this not voiced? This is the last cutscene of the freaking patch. Of the patch. The winds are uncommon fierce to this day. That's Ishgard. Oh. I think this is our first looks at what Ishgard could be what Heaven's Ward's gonna be up to. Because this is Ishgard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting peeks into Heaven's Ward right now. Elidibus and Lahibrea. You guys won't understand Lahi unless you already know. For a long time. If you don't know what Lahi is, you'll know in due time. In due time. There it is. You completed the quest of Realm Reborn Part 5. That was what I was waiting for! Oh my god! This stream went on way longer than I wanted it to. Oh, I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow in the morning because that's probably gonna be my best time to stream tomorrow. Because I am trying to adjust my sleep schedule at the moment for a doctor's appointment that's coming up. Anywho, thank you for watching, everyone. This is Firemac saying toodles. See you next stream.